Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of the Orcocast, where we wage war on some video games and on the streaming world today. With me, streamer extraordinaire, who has been to Twitch jail now, Lord Val, and my beautiful moderator, Bum Bum. On
Hello.
today's menu are Twitch ToS, Ghosts
Mhm.
of Tsushima, and Death Stranding, and obviously in Speedos. So let's go. Al, Twitch
Okay,
TOS.
so Twitch TOS. I have discovered the hard way how the Twitch TOS work. They're quite different from what we were used to on Mixer. So basically, as most of you know, hashtag free LVG, created by Sweet Prime, but owned by me. Basically, what happened is I got suspended on my account for 1 day on Twitch in my first month. I'm a bad boy. So basically, what's happening is now because my it's kind of like my fault, but also I don't think there was a previous warning, like an actual real warning of an email from Twitch saying you got to stop that, otherwise we are looking onto banning you. I think just Twitch has become so big they can do whatever they want, and they, as we all know, they are owned by completely by Amazon. To be honest with you, as we all know, Amazon can do whatever they want because they literally own half the world. Yeah, they basically went on to my emote kept being deleted. It's a speedo emote, so for everyone that wants to know, I had lots of people asking what was the emote about, and it was just a speedo emote, just a person on a speedo, half the back, half the legs, naked, obviously, but the speedo on the back, which is not sexual in my opinion. But if they think it's sexual, I just accept it, and that's it. They basically, I was uploading it continuously, but what happened is it kept being deleted of
So,
the
is it
of the
safe
emote.
to say that Speedos are way too hot for Twitch?
Yes, but I have seen a lot of emotes. And I have seen, there is people on Twitch. There's women that paint their bodies.
It's art,
Yeah,
Val. You
almost.
don't get it.
No, no, no. But that's fine. No, no, no. I'm not
It
bashing
was a
against that.
joke, dude.
I'm just saying. But you can see, and there is other emotes. There is an emote from a guy called the Orcocast. I don't know if you know him. It's got, he's showing a little bit like, I don't know, like there is a few emotes that I've seen around. They're kind of like they're showing a lot more, and
you
they
you
are
mean
more
you mean my
graphically
you mean my
showing your
oops waitress, the girl that
oops
loses?
waiters, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just joking. I'm not
No,
being
no,
serious,
I
but
I
you know
know,
what I
but
mean. Like I see loads and loads, of emotes. They quite graphic as well. They're showing like a lot more things that I'm actually I guess.
I
I
mean,
mean,
one of
I don't
the
know how they took it. I mean, they probably misunderstood. I mean, it's Twitch. They're not going to ask you, "Oh, what's this emote about?" Because I don't want to ban it or whatnot. They're gonna say, "No, no, I just don't like it. I'm gonna ban it." That's it. They not even going to mess around with you. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It got declined several times. Obviously, that email was going onto my junk mail. So, guys, if you have any emotes, basically get deleted of your like let's say you upload an emote tomorrow and 2 hours later the emote has disappeared. Go and check your emails because you probably have received an email from someone on your junk or something, from Twitch, maybe denying the emote and rejecting the emote. So keep an eye on that. Don't be like me. When you see it disappear and you just upload it again, and it disappears, you upload it again, and you're like, what's going on? Why is my emote not going through? Well, it happens to be someone on Twitch saying, no, 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 it's been rejected because of nudity. It's not really nudity. I mean, you can see everyone's leg and everyone's, it's not even the torso, it's the back. It's just the half of the back of the person, and it was kind of like cartoony-ish. Did not like it. So I've been after that. What I've been doing is a bit of research because I had plenty of time on jail. These 24 hours on jail, so I did not have to. You know, I had plenty of time to do other stuff while I was doing while I was being in jail. So what happened is I was doing a little bit of research about what happened, how the terms of service on Twitch work, and what really are the rules, because they're not really specified. They say, nudity, hate, and politics and stuff like that. Then you still see like emotes, I don't know, like related with Donald Trump, for example, or they have the rules, but some of them, don't apply for some reason. And on the terms of service, Twitch, well, better aka Amazon, because Amazon owns Twitch. Basically, Amazon can go and say, well, tomorrow, whoever has a color red on their profile is banned for life. They can, like, literally, we all sign this when we go into Twitch. Amazon owns the platform. Twitch can change anything at any time. This is the terms of service. Like that's the reality. Obviously, they're not gonna go and say whoever has a red color on their profile is gonna be banned. I mean, who knows? But I don't think that's ever going to happen. But if they wanted to do it, they can do it. They are entitled to change the terms of service at any point, at any moment. And they can, punish you, and they can just wash their hands and say, this is what it is. Like, you got no, you basically have nothing to do. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Simple as that. They can change anything on the terms of service. They can, say tomorrow, I don't know, all those people with the Lion King emotes and stuff like that. That that guy. They can say, well, whoever has that Lion King, the emote and everything, they're all banned. They can turn around and do it tomorrow if they wanted to, and whoever has it will get a suspension. So in that regard, you never really safe on Twitch. There's no one safe. Absolutely no one. You can, like, anyone on Amazon can turn around and say, I don't like this. This is now banned from the channel. And whoever has it up until this point is gonna get banned. So there is nothing you can do but to stop it. It's a bit of a touchy subject, if I'm honest with you. You can really do, like, there is not real freedom. Let's just say it that way. There's no real freedom. The platform is owned by these people. It's owned by this company, which can turn around tomorrow and say, it's the same as, like we spoke about with Microsoft. Microsoft can go and say, you know what, tomorrow we close. That's it. You're allowed. And the same thing with Amazon and Twitch. I mean, Twitch is a lot of a bigger platform, and they can, they probably, they can afford to lose someone. They after money. We all know what happened with Doctor Disrespect. They can basically they own the company, so they can basically do whatever they want. So yeah, let's see what, in my opinion, to be honest, no one is really safe. Not to be careful, but just do what you do, and if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it either way. They can turn around tomorrow and say, I heard of another guy who was, I can't remember the name. This guy got banned from an emote that was classified as racist, and it wasn't racist because it was like an internal joke with his community, and he got banned from an emote on February, I believe. So they can literally go back to your VODs and just see the emote and just say, that's it.
Yeah, I
You
think the issue here is also that people like you can like people kind of have to understand that it's not an institution. It's a private company, and you don't see inside of it how it works. Like no matter how open they are trying to be, we don't really know what's going on inside Twitch.
Mhm.
And we don't know how many people are there who actually sit there and like approve your emotes, verify whatever claims some people have. or whoever goes around and is like, oh, that's inappropriate, that's politically not correct, that's racist, whatever. And if there's any discourse in that group of people who decide this, or if it's just one person just needs to see this, like, okay, I don't like it, okay, you're banned.
Yeah.
We don't know that, and I think that's what's making people uncertain, because yes, we have the ToS. Technically, there are rules, but there are people who just interpret the rules differently, while you can interpret them a bit differently. Like there's the wording's clear enough, but at the same time there's still, it's like, how far does that go to one side, while some other person will be like, okay, that will get you banned, while the other person on that same team will be like, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's really, at the end of the day, there's a level of a thing going on with how ambiguous is everything, because you can kind of like upload an emote and the other person is going to upload the same emote with a different color. It's going to get uploaded. It's just I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's very, like I said, no one's really safe, because, like I said, I've seen so many emotes and which are, I would say, more sexual than my actual
Yeah.
emotes. If I'm honest with you, I honestly think they are more sexual than the emote I tried to upload. So, I mean, it's not up to me to judge it. I'm just said, I fair enough. I got to respect the rules and everything. I don't like. I'm not. I'm a bad boy now, but I usually respect the rules. I don't. I don't get myself into trouble. I don't like to get everyone riled up or anything like that. I just honestly disagree, because I think it is not actually what they said it is. I mean, it's not. I don't see any sexuality there. It's just a guy on a speedo, which you see every single day. I mean, if you live in Alaska, or not Alaska, or if you live in the North Pole, obviously you're not gonna see guys in speedos. Or if if you live near anywhere on the beach, you're gonna see people in a speedo every single day, and that's like a normal thing. It's just it's not sexual.
Yeah.
You see it on the TV every day during the summer. It was kind of like cartoony at the same time, but yeah, like I said, there is emotes that are showing cleavage. Let's just talk about there's another emote that I've seen a lot around, and there's it's that person this showing the cleavage. It's like massive breasts, and you know what I mean. It's like, then you
Yeah.
see this, and then you see the other one. It's like, where is the balance? I mean, I'm not saying. I'm saying if you have an emote like that within your community, that's fun. It's something maybe you talked about one day and you make something out of it. That's
Yeah.
fine. I completely agree with it. I'm just saying they kind of like get very strict all of the sudden. They turn around and they look at this emote and they say, no, 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 that's it, you're banned.
Here is what I have to say about this. So, for the longest time now, Twitch has been notorious in how selectively they enforce their policies. Gonna put it like that. For certain people, there seem to be only exceptions from the rules, and for other people, they crack down on them for no reason. I still remember the incident where somebody who, I think he's an Uber driver and films his drives while driving, he got robbed on Twitch on camera. He got robbed and they banned him for violence for over a week.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Twitch is notorious for doing stuff like that in certain communities. If you are like more of an edgy content creator, maybe not even edgy, but like the Uber driver, he's not edgy, you know? But if you're more teetering on the edge, get ready to be banned. Know what you're doing. This is my message. This is
We
my
got the clear
message here.
example, isn't it? We got the
Yeah.
clear example of Dr. Disrespect. He's very edgy. He plays on the limit. He's always on the limit.
Yeah.
He's being on the limit, and we all know what happened with him. He's not streaming on
Yeah.
Twitch. And I
He-
think Like
I think
obviously there is a rumor, but he's
yeah,
been banned from the
yeah,
platform. You can't even find him. I know now that for a fact. I do know now. They say that if you don't find the channel, if the channel disappears, that person has been banned. That person has been suspended because when I got my my ban from my account and my channel completely disappeared for everyone.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I got messages of people saying, "Did you delete your account? What happened? Did you ban me?" And I had to explain. That's why I had to post a video because there was a lot of people asking me. Because I was like, "No, no, no. I have been banned from Twitch, but I didn't know that my channel was going to be completely disappearing from the platform. I didn't know that." So they're quite. I don't know. I think, and also just to point it out for everyone, if you ever get banned or something from one day or whatever it is, I mean, it's been a silly ban just for one day. I hope that's never going to happen. I'm not going to push the luck, my luck or anything like that. I'm not that kind of person. I'm usually quite, positive, and I don't like any of that drama. I don't like any of that. I just try to make fun of it, so everyone kind of like, got into the, a little bit, make a bit of fun of the situation. I did not want to drag anything down or drag anyone off the platform or anything like that. That is by no means by my intentions. I just done it for fun, and I just try to make fun out of it and just, have a bit of a laugh while, being, like I said, I've been to jail. I'm going to, tattoo my face, blah, blah, and whatnot. I'm trying to make a bit of it, of fun out of it. Basically, the platform can just basically do whatever they want, and they can just come back and say, this is not, if you play on the edge, your channel disappears, you've been banned, that person plays, we all know who he is, everyone knows him, everyone knows what he does, everyone knows how he speaks, everyone knows how he does things. If you are like that on Twitch, you are on the spot on Twitch. I mean, you might not get banned ever. Kind of like they don't. I mean, I kind of understand it to a certain degree, where they have to look after the reputation of the platform. They can't get. They cannot let anyone get away with whatever they want, basically. And that's, in my opinion, what happened with. I don't really know what happened or what he said because no one actually said anything. But yeah,
well,
if your channel disappear and you get suspended, sorry, Bang Bang, if you get
yeah,
suspended, if it happens to you, make sure before you do anything, you have to reconnect everything, because when they suspend your channel, they mess your entire account. Everything you have connected is completely disconnected. So it's like starting all over again.
yeah.
So you have to connect your bots, you have to reconnect your whatever external programs you have to reconnect absolutely everything. They mess with your channel. I think that's too harsh of a punishment. You get banned, okay, but don't delete, not permanently, like don't temporarily delete that person's channel. I don't think that's right. I think that's way too harsh, because you're giving that person triple work for something that could be as silly as uploading an emote. And you kind of like, they ban your channel and they cut off everything. They literally cut everything off. And when you come back, you retake your channel, nothing that you had before is connected anymore. You have
Yeah.
to redo everything all over again. That's not nice.
Yeah, I think they also did it as a security because they had that one issue where when Ninja left, essentially his account somehow got like jacked, or the algorithm got jacked on Twitch, and one of the recommended channels you got when you went onto now vacant Ninja's account was porn.
Do I have to pay their mistakes? That's my question.
Well, yeah. Well,
That is too
you're on their
hard, because
platform. You've essentially signed their TOS, and
yeah,
I'm sure it's in their TOS.
I completely understand that. But you understand what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
But
can't
at the same
mess
time,
away
sorry.
with someone's channel, man. You literally get everything disconnected. You have to redo everything again,
Yeah.
and that's not
No.
nice.
Yeah, but yeah, as I'm saying, like it's you're on their platform and you're playing by their rules. It's not about what's nice for you. It's what about not what's nice for them.
Yeah. I
What
mean,
works
I
for
completely
them. Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
But
Also,
that's
I want to
kind
say
of
about
like
the doctor disrespect thing. I think I've seen a headline just before we went live that he's apparently gonna sue Twitch.
uh, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised in one way. I'm gonna tell you why, Bam Bam. Because they're too harsh. They take decisions like there's no tomorrow. He's not gonna win it because he's going against Amazon. Amazon owns half the world. He's probably not gonna win it. And if he wins, I hope he does win if he's right. If he's right, I hope he does win.
Yeah, I
I
think
doubt it though. I doubt it
though.
though.
Then again, like the way, because you can find like the way they rule stuff, it's not balanced, and
Yeah.
like some person gets ruled differently than the other. So I think like there is a chance that he can win. Like I don't think it's completely hopeless. Like if he's
If he's right, I hope he wins. But man, they like I said, it's exactly the same thing as I've said before. Like they're very harsh. Like they do not like honestly. There is no. They don't try to communicate with you anymore.
yeah, because like when you said that, I was like send you a warning and take the emote down maybe.
No. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. You send an email like the personal touch. Even though you're a company, you are
Yeah.
treating with human beings. Okay, like they. I don't know. Like obviously they're never going to listen to this podcast probably. If they do, if anyone working for Twitch is do watch this podcast ever, please, you guys have forgotten what you treating with human beings. Okay, there might be people rude, and there might be people that are nicer. There might be people. You are dealing with human beings. You are dealing potentially with someone that is making a living out of this. Okay, and by doing that, you are cutting off their income. Okay,
Yeah, but I think also Twitch grew way too big for the human touch. I don't think there is.
there is human beings behind the PCs on the other side. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
but
saying
there is so many. There is so much data, so many like reports or whatever they have to go through. At
but there
some
is
point,
still
it's just well, it like it. Yeah, but at the same time, just look at the size of the company. They. It's the same with YouTube. Like people definitely on YouTube would want like more personable approach, but
okay.
at the same time, the size of the company, it's impossible.
Let me give you an example. Bam bam. What company owns Twitch?
Amazon, yeah,
Amazon. If you have a problem with Amazon or something happens on Amazon related, they email you and they tell
yeah,
you to get in touch with customer services, right?
yeah. But at the same
They
time,
actually tell you. Amazon is the company, the biggest company, and they actually tell you to go and talk to them, and they facilitate anything. They are super nice on customer support. They
yeah,
always are supportive and they always help you.
yeah. But at the same time, how much money gets turned around each day on Amazon versus Twitch?
I don't think that's relevant.
I think
I
it
think
is
that
because you can invest so much, because that's why they can invest so much into customer support, and they want to retain the customers there.
then you're missing the point of what I'm saying. It's the same company. The methods are there.
No, I think I think you're missing
It's all
that
about
Twitch is subsidiary of Twitch of Amazon.
yeah.
It's not an Amazon company, really.
But the system is there already. So that's what I don't understand because it doesn't take, because being, I don't think Twitch does not make money. I think Twitch makes a ton of money.
No,
A
I think
ton of
I think
money.
what you're missing here is you're thinking that Amazon came in and injected like their Amazon services in there. They just took over the company, they bought it, but Twitch is still running Twitch. So you have this weird structure of essentially, that's not working as a big company. It's still
Yeah.
being run as a startup or like a Silicon Valley thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I know, but the system is there. They have the backup, and That's what
So
I'm saying. Like they kind of like seem to have forgotten about what the human touch a little bit. Not just a human touch. I'm not claiming anything. I'm just saying they should be looking into it and say, okay, this person is uploading this. He might be not getting our emails. They might be going to the junk email. So let's send them a warning. Hey, this is a warning. Whatever your name is, this is our last warning. Do not upload this email. It's been rejected several times. Blah blah. If you keep doing it, you get suspended. Fair enough. I read it and I say, okay, I'm not gonna try to upload it because they are telling me stop doing it or you get banned. Not that I literally the day after I got an email saying you have been banned from the channel. That's their methods. I'm not saying, they can do whatever they want with because it's a platform. And I decided to stay on the platform. I could turn around and say now, okay, I don't agree with them. I'm gonna go. I may not agree 100% with them, but I stay on the platform because I believe, my intention was not a bad intention, and I don't think they did it on a bad intention as well. But I think I think they're a bit too harsh. I think they're a tiny bit too harsh regarding, these kind of things. And I completely get your point. I know what you mean. But that what I'm trying to explain to you, Bam Bam, is like they kind of have the background there of the not the background, but they have kind of like the example of Amazon. You know what I mean? Like kind of like a even though it's a big
so
company, they
basically,
still try to communicate.
what you're saying is that, or what you're trying to say is, Twitch should take note or a page of Amazon's book in terms of customer service.
Customer service on Amazon is really good. I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree.
No,
I mean,
agree. Yeah.
Amazon, just a story how good the actual service on Amazon is. I got a package one day and it was stolen. It was flat out stolen from my inbox. And they just replaced it. I called them, said, hey, my packet was stolen. What can you do about it? And they said, oh, we just resend it. Here you go. I was like, what? Great.
Same thing happened to me. Exactly the same thing. And I mean, I'm not saying 100% of the times they are going to be being good as a customer service because not 100% of the times happen. But
Yeah.
you have to think also the volume of people complaining or the volume of people reaching them.
Yeah.
Man, they are good. They are good because they might receive like thousands and thousands of requests every hour and they solve them. I'm not seeing anyone complaining about them not solving, customer service. I never had, they might have an issue or two, but they got thousands and thousands probably per minute. Like it's there, and it's kind of like it's even a even bigger company, which is the one that actually owns them. So it's kind of like you are streaming service, and you may be dealing with I don't know, like 18-year-old kids. They think that the kings of the world 99% of the times, but there's 1%, they, kind of like decent adults. They understand if you have something to say or if you have a suggestion or, you don't agree with something, and that's it. You kind of have to try to communicate before you actually ban someone. Okay, we have seen that you have done this or you have said this on the stream. Please do not do it again. That's it. You get a warning. And if you say, like, let's say, Dr. Disrespect said something about, I don't know, whatever, or women, or he said something about racist, kind of racist, or like a joke or something. That's why he got banned. I'm not saying it was, I'm saying, an example.
I want to say,
You get an email from Twitch and say, okay, Dr. Disrespect, listen to me. This is a warning. Okay? We saw you yesterday saying this. Please do not do it again, or we will take action.
I need to say something about that with Dr. Disrespect in the entire situation. First of all, normally I would say Twitch, like I already said, has the habit of selectively enforcing their policy, especially for people who make them money. So, here is my take on everything that went down. Whatever happened, it must have been severe. not something he said on stream or not an emote or anything. There must have been something more at play with Dr. Disrespect. And
Yeah, no, I completely understand. But I'm saying,
wait. Well, I just want to make a point. And what I think what he tries to do by suing Twitch is not only to get maybe ramifications and damages from Twitch, but also to drag what happened into the light because he can't talk about it. And like because he's under NDA, but the way the legal system in the US works, everything will be public. Everything. And we get to see actually inner workings of Twitch. And this is why I welcome this suit. We get a glimpse of the internal what's going on there. This is why I'm actually looking forward to the suit and hope that Dr. Disrespect will sue them. Because this is the more interesting part. We will actually see what went down with this entire case. And we will see how the decision making was done there. And I want to see that, to be honest. This is going to be amazing.
I completely understand that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to point out before you said this. I just did Doctor Disrespect as an example.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to say that earlier.
Yeah, I do
already.
not care. Like whatever happened to him or whatever he said, it's not my problem. It's not my, I really do not care, if I'm honest with you. And just I put him as an example because he's like the biggest news about the infamous Twitch bans. But it just happened to me 2 days ago, basically. I could have got a warning of them saying, "Hey, LVG, stop doing this." Okay, we have denied your emote several times. Stop doing it, or the next step will be a ban. If I don't see the email and I get banned, I'll say, okay, Twitch, fair enough. You actually send me an email warning me. Okay, I accept it. I respect the rules, but there is no a single rule on the terms of service on Twitch that says if you upload your emote 20 times, you get banned. That is not on the terms of service. When you think about it, at the start you get scared. I got really scared because I thought actually I was going to get banned permanently. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, okay, it's 1 day ban, fair enough. There's nothing on the terms of service saying if you try to upload an email that has been rejected 20 times, you get banned. There's nothing that actually says that. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like the personal touch is completely disappeared. It's like it's gone. There is no warning. They can do whatever they want. That brings me back to the point I said right at the start of the conversation. They are owned by Amazon. They do whatever they want. Let's say tomorrow, everyone with the color red is going to be banned from the platform, all gone. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't know. It just kind of frustrates me a little bit because I did not say, we can say a million things about Microsoft and Mixer and blah, blah, and whatnot. I did not, this is too harsh. This is like, in my opinion, this is them being cocky. This is them saying, we can do whatever we want. I mean, this is my platform. I make the money. I own you.
And this is exactly how they approached it.
That's my impression. That's what I'm trying to come across. I just did the example of Dr. Disrespect because he's, obviously a celebrity and, it created a lot of turmoil lately with Twitch actions. But there is no, like, if you get a warning, you can react to it. I trust on positive reinforcement. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Positive reinforcement rather than punishment. Punishment gets you nowhere. Positive reinforcement changes people. It might change it, it might not change it. But positive reinforcement is a good method. It's proven a positive reinforcement. That's why jails exist. That's why, because it's meant to be a positive then it can be done right or it can be done wrong. And that's a completely different subject. But the jails are meant to be a positive reinforcement. This is, trying to bring back into the community everyone. But Twitch is just taking the justice by themselves. They're not trying to, say, okay, listen, don't do this. If you stop doing it, you'll be fine. If you don't stop doing it, you're gonna get banned. And there is nothing. There is no like pre-warning. There is nothing that tells you these guys want you to get good. What that tells me is these guys will ban you if they want. They do not care who you are, and they will take action rather than warning. And that's not a good mentality. That's cocky. That is cocky, and that is, in my opinion, wrong. A wrong approach, because you're dealing with human beings. You're dealing potentially with people and make a living out of this. Okay? So if you ban me in this situation that we're living right now, okay? I have no job, obviously, because we fell off. We can't even work. Let's say they ban me for 30 days. How do I pay my bills? You know what I mean? For something as stupid as an emote. You know what I mean? It's not like I've grown butt naked on the stream. You know, that's exactly what I'm saying. You like, if you lose that personal touch, you're playing with someone's life, potentially. And that's not nice. Doesn't matter how big, how small you are, you still need to maintain that personal touch. Amazon is successful not only because they have a million things, it's successful because they still keep the personal touch. If you know anything about, like business and marketing, this is the one thing you learn, one of the basics. If you keep a personal touch, your business potentially will be successful. This is the basics 101 on business and marketing. That's one of the first things you learn when you study that degree. That's an example, the clear example. Everywhere, it's like every business and marketing, like the example that you study, always Amazon. Everyone puts Amazon as an example because they have kept their personal touch while working at a volume which is above anyone else. Any other company that sells stuff. Like there is no shop that you can go to. There is no market that you can go to. There is no, mall that you can go to that has as many things as Amazon has. And they still kept the personal touch. Boom. This is a recipe for success. If you treat people like, like robots, you are bound to fail. With that said, I'm not ranting. I I love the platform, I love the people, but I just said, I think I'm a tiny bit frustrated with the whole situation, and I just, obviously, like I always said, I've been studied these kind of things, and I've been, I kind of know how these things work, and sometimes it's a bit too harsh, the situation with disrespect or myself or anyone else for that matter. I mean, they got to be. And the DMCA strikes and everything, that's a whole nother subject, which probably we'll talk about next week, because we could be talking about that for hours. But that comes, the DMCA subject, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but it's exactly the same thing. It's literally the same thing. It is them saying, I wash my hands, I do not care. You get banned, you get banned. This is not my problem. It's them not trying to, step up, trying to be human, trying to be, defend you or something, or I don't know. I'm not saying they have to defend you, but they have to look after their people. They have to look, this is customer service. This is, what keeps people coming back to you. You have everyone happy. So I don't know. It's just, yeah, we can. I don't know if you like the subject, Orco. We can talk about DMCA strikes next week.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, all the subjects are good for the Orcocast. Since we are all streamers except Bum Bum, he's just a moderator.
Yeah, who can care less?
I know you don't. The thing I just wanted to make, because Bum Bum brought up the suit, that Disrespect wants to sue Twitch, and that's why I came in and talked about Disrespect for a brief moment, because I actually wanted to do that earlier. Yeah. So
yeah, it makes perfect sense, like what you said, because yeah, that was one thing I want to say as well, because he's been that quiet about it. Essentially, I think yesterday he just released essentially like a track that was like I'm coming in, and then all the headlines with about the suit started coming out.
I think it was an interview with PC Gamer, and he said he's looking into legal actions. Looking,
Yeah.
it's not like he's taking it, but here, like I said, I want to see that suit. I want to see it. I just want to see it, and hopefully making it to court, just so we can see what happened. I want to see what
Yeah.
happened, just to see.
If he's right, he should go for it. Like,
Not
absolutely.
he should go for it if he's not right. Even then, I'm pretty honest here, because this is
No. Sorry. Let me rephrase that.
okay.
I hope he wins. Like, he goes for it, and I hope he wins if he's right on what he said.
Yes,
Obviously,
yes.
if he said something racist or if he said something really bad during the stream, I don't think there is an excuse. Honestly, in my opinion, if you are racist or sexist, or you have no room. Absolutely, because you are influencing potentially thousands of people. So, in my opinion, if you are being racist and you said something racist or sexist in the middle of the stream, there's potentially 30,000 people that are watching you. 30,000 people, of which probably 20,000 are under 18. You are influencing those people. You are an
Yeah.
influencer. You gotta be careful. You got to be mindful what you say. You have to be respectful always, with sex, with color, and with everything. If he said something like that, get him banned and never come back again. And that person has lost my respect forever. If it's something silly, go for it. Go for it, and I hope you win. But we also have to see, that's what I'm saying. Like, Twitch is not always the bad guy. They may have done it for a reason. We may not know the reason now, but that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying go for it. Like, I'm just saying if it was something that is absolutely silly and it's just Twitch being Twitch, go for it, and I hope you win, and I hope you get it, and I hope you, like, honestly, make them, take just hurt them a little bit, just a little bit, so they can see that we're still human beings and we still have a soul. But
I think my
if it's
personal
something serious,
yeah.
I hope he goes down. To be honest,
Yeah. I see that. I hope if it was something silly, I hope he wins, and I hope it makes Twitch to retool their ToS better
absolutely.
and to enforce their guidelines more across the board.
Absolutely.
Because this is something I'm not against strict rules. If I choose a platform where I stream on and they have their rules and they say, okay, you cannot write boobies. Yeah? I can't write boobies. I tried it yesterday. I cannot name one of my channel point button boobies. I cannot. They say no. So no, I can't. They said that's against the ToS. I say, okay, then let's just say melons, and it worked. So here you go.
I mean, melons is different, melon.
Yeah, melons are melons, exactly. That's the point. I can work around that. It makes it even more fun.
Yeah.
The
I completely agree with you.
the other thing is, I just want him to enforce that not selectively, but for everyone.
Yeah.
If your guy in Speedo is deemed sexual, then my oops waitress should be deemed as well.
It's a human being behind the
And
scenes. That's what that brings back, Orco. That brings back to exactly the same subject I was talking about before. There is still a human being behind their PC as well. There's one person already telling you emote is being rejected. Why don't they apply that onto a warning after a certain amount? That I don't know. It's beyond my belief. On such a big platform, they don't have that implemented already. After a certain try to upload tries, you should get a warning before you get a ban, or not just the updates or something. If something happens, they should have a pre-ban warning. This is used everywhere. It's like it's not new. Oh no, carry on, Orco. Sorry.
Yeah. So, and this is, I think the issue is, and this is what Bam Bam said is, yes, they are affiliated or a subsidiary of Amazon. I think somebody pointed out that Twitch doesn't even have its own CEO at this point. So it shows actually how important Twitch for Amazon is. Not at all. And I think they cannot afford the same customer service as Amazon because, yes, they rake in cash, and I even believe they are profitable, but I question how profitable they are because I don't think they can afford the same amount of customer service that Amazon can. And this is the issue here. They cannot have the same brigade while dealing with the same or almost the same numbers because Twitch is gigantic. When you look at streaming platforms, it is still the biggest, most viewed, most watched thing when it comes to streaming, and I would even say it is up there to rival Netflix in terms of sheer numbers at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, they were really close.
And this is the thing. But unlike or just like just like Netflix, they have to pay for all the bandwidth and for all those servers that go through where we stream on, where we are on, where we do our shows. And I think this is so super expensive. The infrastructure alone, I wouldn't be surprised if they are just marginally profitable.
Twitch is really just making money off of advertisements. I don't think there's and merch. Yeah, but at the same time, I think most of the money comes from advertisement, which goes straight, I think, to Amazon, and they just get a share.
They got merchandise. They got,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
big
I said
cut of
I,
the
I I'm
bits.
obvious. Like I think they get like merch sales, but at the same time, I
They
think
they take also, and also their merch is handled by Amazon, which is completely
yeah,
handled by Amazon. So there is no money. They don't have to pay absolutely nothing there. So
yeah.
it's sold by Amazon. It's delivered by Amazon. It's made by Amazon. So
So
um,
yeah,
it's completely owned by them. So they also have, they take half of your subs and the bits as well and everything. But it's backed up by a massive company, and like Orco and you said, that it's probably watch as much as Netflix. So it's not like that's revenue because ad ads rolling. That's a lot of revenue. So that's exactly what I'm saying. They might be, they have to be making money. I mean, obviously,
yeah.
I
But
don't
yeah,
think.
but then again, I think it's making money for Amazon. It's not making money for Twitch, and Twitch
Yeah,
is
I mean,
Twitch gets a cut from whatever Amazon drops them.
yeah,
So I
but
think
also, they
that's
have
what it
the
is as well. Yeah.
probably the easiness of being under the umbrella of a big company that
Yeah.
they know is not gonna go away. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, we all know exactly the thing that happened with
Yes.
Mixer and Microsoft. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. I was
there's
to say
nothing.
let's
It's
yeah let's see what
bigger than
happened to
microphone. I
Mixer.
mean, it gets really difficult, isn't it? But I don't know. It's kind of like they have all the system there. So that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like they have the system. They have the possibility of doing it. I just don't know why they're not doing it. In my opinion, is they are cocky. They're getting cocky. They're saying we can do whatever we want. We can ban people left, right, and center if we want, and we will not be affected by it. And that's not a good strategy, man. That's not good because the moment you stop treating your customers, because we are their customers as well, they allow us to stream on their platform, but we are the ones making money for them. You know what I mean? Like we make money for them, and then because our channels grow, we get more advertisements, so they can make more money because there is more people watching. So it's all, it's all a balance. You need to keep that balance going. They got to take care of their customers. If you stop taking care of your customers, people stop trusting you. And
Yeah,
when you lose people's trust, then your business is done.
yeah.
Like I
But
said,
the
this
thing
is
is,
business 101, man. There's
Twitch
no
being
way
the
around it.
yeah, but the thing is also Twitch is essentially the only game in town.
Yeah, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Since Mixer
So
is
so
over
they're also calculating on that yeah, they might lose a big name, but at the same time, people are still gonna come there because essentially, yeah, as I say, it's the only game in town that essentially matters at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Facebook gaming, but I think the numbers on Facebook gaming are inflated. YouTube gaming, yeah, but when you see people that do well on YouTube gaming, it's people that have already established YouTube following.
Until YouTube Gaming flips the switch, I think YouTube Gaming has the biggest potential. Everyone, YouTube beats Netflix, Twitch, and everyone else. So just so you know, on views,
Yeah, but as
beats
I'm saying, like
everything.
the way Twitch is built, the way Mixer worked as well, you could get discovered completely randomly. You could build a decent following on YouTube. You kind of already have to have a backlog of videos and a sizable community to do reasonably well with just streaming.
No, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. The
Well, that's your
discoverability
opinion.
on YouTube, discoverability on YouTube is 10 times better of like any platform, including Twitch. 10 times better
Just by
because
streaming.
not just by streaming, by
Yeah, yeah, that
streaming or doing videos on the platform, because the platform, uh, depending on what your tags and everything, the algorithm of the platform gives you discoverability for people, because you see all those, like, that doesn't happen. That does not happen on Twitch. That did not happen on Mixer. Does not happen anywhere else. Where you're watching a video and you have 20 suggestions here, 20 different people here on your right side. You're watching this person, let's say it's a streaming. Okay, fair enough. This person is streaming, but then just you watching that person at the same time, you can see 20 other suggestions on your right side of 20 other different people that are doing something related in some way with this person. In some
yeah,
way.
I
And they are
guess.
completely different people. They have nothing to do with it. And they might come across your channel just by a rebound. But the discoverability on YouTube is 10 times better than Twitch. When you're watching someone on Twitch, you're watching that person. You get nothing else. You're on the channel, there's only the channel, and only the channel. That's it. There's nothing else. When you're watching Twitch, excuse me. When you are watching YouTube, you have 20 people on the right side. You click on one of them, another 20 people. You click on one of them, another 20 people. And you can be rotating between people on YouTube all day long. How many times, Bam Bam, have you gone and watched some video about whatever you're interested on I
Yeah,
don't know, Persona 5 or something like that? And you
yeah.
click on the video, and then you see on the right side 20 videos, and you say, oh, how to get this weapon, blah, blah, whatnot. You click on it. You see another one. How to get this, you click on it. And you have spent 1 hour watching videos and you didn't even realize. And you
Well,
have watched like probably 5 different people in that hour.
yeah. See, I don't do that because I don't like to waste my time. So I usually just, when I'm looking for something, I'm just looking for the same thing. But I get what you mean. Yeah, just because that's not how I approach my entertainment. Because I'm the kind of person, I just don't sit on one thing for too long. But
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
get but I get it. I get how people would approach people differently, who treat it differently than I do would do it. Yeah.
That's why YouTube is so successful, and that's why YouTube has more views than anyone else in the world, basically.
Yeah,
Uh,
but at the same time, I
Everyone
think it's
likes,
also
if you're researching about something, you like to see different opinions, you like to see different things from maybe
yeah,
different
yeah,
people. talking about the same thing, or you might be wanting to look at something related with the same subject, or it's something different. And it happens. It happens to me all the time. I click on one video and I end up watching 7 different videos from maybe 5 different people. Talking about the same subject or something related with the subject. And that's why the discoverability on YouTube is 10 times higher than anyone else. That's why YouTube is not going anywhere. YouTube is not moving because they already have the built-in discoverability, which anyone can make it on YouTube. You just have to put in work and you just have to get a tiny bit lucky and do hard work and the discoverability. You gotta know a lot of things nowadays to be successful on YouTube. But it's there. The platform is there. The platform gives you the tools to get discovered. But if the moment, I would say, the moment YouTube says, I'm flipping the switch, we are going all in on YouTube gaming, we're going to build the entire platform just for YouTube gaming. We're going to make it its own thing, or we're going to make it like,
Make it a
super
tab.
structure
Yeah, that's
and
the
stuff
thing.
like that.
That's I think the thing also that kills Facebook gaming, that it's a separate thing. If YouTube is gonna like go heavy on the YouTube gaming and streaming, just make it like a different tab. Don't make it a different, like a separate thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a different. Yeah, that's how it is now. Yeah, but like I'm talking about like kind of like the structure of it, like like
Yeah. I get
affiliates
what,
and
I get what you mean.
Ember
Yeah,
flag and stuff like that. I mean, the moment they flip the switch and they say we are going to invest money on this, man, Twitch is over. Twitch is over. And mark my words, if they do that, Twitch is completely over because the discoverability on YouTube is bigger. There is no one that comes close to them.
yeah.
Absolutely no one. And also, if you follow someone, do you know this? If you are subscribed to someone, that person is actually streaming, it comes on your feed. Like literally, you open YouTube and you have the person's profile picture with a red dot underneath it,
Yeah.
telling you this person is live. So it gives you, the platform gives you everything you need. They're like, we are doing everything for you. You just put out put out content, and we'll make sure you get discovered. It's honestly, I love the platform. I will be going to YouTube. I will have chosen YouTube if they had a system like, let's say, Twitch, affiliate and partner and bets and hosting and rates and stuff like that. If they had this implemented already on the service, I would have no brainer. I would have gone to YouTube, but they're not there yet, and I'm not sure if they're actually going to go for it. That's exactly what I'm kind of, that's why it made me decide for Twitch, because I don't think they are quite ready for it yet, or if they actually thinking about it. They kind of tapped into YouTube gaming and they're like, okay, we're gonna put our foot in here, but it's there. It's just there.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything about it. That's the only thing that is put me off a little bit with the platform.
So, on the contrary, and here is where I stand, Twitch actually has some systems in place where they could flip the switch on to make it even better. They save your VODs, they save your stream. They have a built-in dashboard editor for you to make clips, for you to make highlights, etc. You can curate your own content. So, why not make a section dedicated for clips, highlights, etc., where you can browse through conveniently, like YouTube, to discover new people. They have that in place as well. They just need to flip the switch. They would be closer to YouTube, and they need a better algorithm. If they work on those things, I can see them become even bigger. And
No,
yes, I can.
I don't agree with that, because you can't go onto Twitch and search for how to change a blog on this thing, or how to install how to install a GPU on your PC. You cannot do any of that on Twitch.
They can implement that. This is
You
not a
Google that,
problem. And you know
Google
why?
that, and you got 20 videos on YouTube. That's it. You don't see Twitch anywhere. And
Yeah.
they're never going to have it because they are not a platform of uploading videos. It's a live streaming platform.
Yeah, but they
That's
can.
completely different.
This is my point. They can go there and mesh it because I'm pretty certain that there are people who build PCs live on stream, who
Oh, yeah.
give advice for that live on stream. And if they put out a highlight, how to implement a CPU or how to integrate a CPU into your system, Twitch can then put an algorithm in place that pulls up that highlight for you. This is the point I'm saying. Obviously, they could get even bigger with that. I can see that happening. I can see that working. Just like
Yeah.
YouTube. Just like you can see YouTube working as a streaming platform, I can see Twitch working as a VOD platform. They just have
Yeah.
to put in the work, just like YouTube.
Yeah, I think also it's the thing. There's the audience also differs for Twitch and YouTube.
Yes.
While on YouTube, people come for you don't go there to hang out for like 6 hours with someone on a single stream. If you're gonna be on YouTube for 6 hours, you will watch maybe 50 different people. While people that go to Twitch, they want to hang out there for hours, watch people. They will watch in the 6 hours. They might watch 2 people that they want to watch.
Live
And
streaming
the
on
sa-
YouTube is kind of different. It's more like it's exactly the same as Twitch or anything like that. People tend to stick around and they
yeah,
used to
yeah, but
they used
but
to
I'm
live
saying
streaming.
the majority of the audience. I'm not saying some people.
No,
The
it's,
majority
I mean,
that come
like
to
majority of people on YouTube go for searching how to change your wheel on your car or how to
yeah, yeah,
change,
yeah.
a
And that's the
tire or how to
thing.
change.
That's the thing. Also, I'm not sure how much that putting on Twitch would help. Whereas the same thing is, I'm saying like YouTube can do that and become, a more streamlined and focused platform for streaming. But would that investment into that would it be even worth it? Would the uptick in ad revenue be enough for YouTube to really justify that investment?
I honestly
The
think
same thing.
they're not even looking at it.
And the same thing, for Twitch, would that implement that increase in bandwidth and the needed storage space? Would it be worth it? Would it make up enough money to, clear that investment plus make profit afterwards in a reasonable amount of time?
Yes, I get that, but what I'm saying is that you have such a wild variety of streams on Twitch. I've seen a guy stream his survival on some deserted island, for Christ's sake. I mean,
You sure it wasn't like a snuff film or
no, I
or
can link you the channel. The guy streaming himself doing some weird survival tours all over Canada. It's amazing. What I'm saying is the potential is just there. But I get
I honestly don't think they're even looking at it. I don't think they're even
I
considering
I
doing that.
I do agree with you. Wow, I do agree with you. I'm just saying Twitch has the same kind of potential that YouTube has. They just need to work on different aspects of their platforms, is what I'm saying. And
yeah.
to go into one thing, Facebook gaming, I looked at it. I like some aspects about it. I dislike some other aspects about it. And here is what I'm gonna say. Not Twitch, sorry. Facebook gaming will be huge, gigantic in Asia in the future.
Oh, yeah, I think it already is.
It
I think
already
most of the
is, and it will be even more ginormous. Because if you look at the most played game there, you know what it is?
Probably a mobile game, isn't it?
It's PUBG Mobile.
Yeah.
They
That's right.
have a completely different audience than we on Twitch do. And this is okay. This is completely okay. And I'm pretty sure all those gigantic growth numbers they had were from, guessed it right, Asia. Because if I pull up a Facebook gaming stream, I might get somebody from the US, but if you look actually who's streaming as well, I get India, I get some countries from Arabia or the Arabic region. I get mostly India though. I think they are very, very successful in India with that.
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm pretty sure in good number of, I think I've heard it somewhere. There's a good number. I think like 60% of the population of India is on Facebook. So it makes sense that it's that big. I think it's also like through the culture, because families is big in that culture, keeping in touch. So it makes sense. And at the same time, if you can get, all your friends there, and suddenly you start streaming, you already have like at least a sizable potential audience, and then those people have friends. So I think it makes sense in that, like for that kind of culture. Whereas for a lot of people in the West, it's a way to socialize with strangers.
This is also what I always say or have been saying. Streaming attracts people with a lot of mental issues. That's not a slight against streaming, and this is not a slight against people with mental issues. It's just an observation I made. And
I mean, there's definitely like a level of narcissism for you to put yourself on a platform and be like, yeah, people will watch me and like me.
this is not what I'm saying. It just helps people to cope with a lot of things. It helps them like get over their social anxiety, as Val pointed out. It maybe helps them. Yeah,
it's definitely being a lifesaver during this time on the COVID situation.
Yeah, it helps a lot. It helps a lot there as well. It helps maybe people who don't have recognition anywhere in their life to find recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Even recognition they maybe deserve. Can argue about that, but it's I think inherently streaming is a very, very good and helpful thing that helps a lot of people also. To just close this discussion, Twitch needs to work on their ToS so more people can enjoy streaming, can enjoy the content they want without being thrown in jail or their streamer being thrown in jail. That's the most important message of the day. Okay.
Just a little bit of a personal touch, a bit of warning, and don't forget where you come from, because otherwise, I think you're very lost if you forget, where you started.
Exactly. Ghosts of Tsushima, Bum Bum.
Okay, Ghost of Hiroshima. So it's a new PS4 exclusive. It's an open world samurai ninja game. It's one of the best games I've played this year so far.
Bam Bam, I got a question. Yeah. Is it really open world?
It's open world, yeah.
Like, for real? Open world. So you can go anywhere you want, or do you have a set path?
No, it's straight up open world.
Okay.
You get two parts of the Tsushima Islands to walk around, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
It's I'm kind of glad that Ubisoft never got to make like feudal Japan based Assassin's Creed.
Wanna bet what the game next year is gonna be?
Because it would poison the well, because Ghost of Tsushima does Assassin's Creed much better than Assassin's Creed has ever been.
Yeah, definitely.
So essentially it's a story of a lone survivor of a battle. It's based around, I don't think it's actually based on the historical event, but it's based around it, like the idea of it, because it's a Mongol invasion into Japan around the 1300, and it starts with a Mongol invasion, and you're the lone survivor of the essentially landing battle between the island's defenders and the Mongols.
Okay.
And from from the start of, and then the game really starts. Essentially, it's about you saving your uncle and taking back the island from the Mongols. And you do that through fighting, subversion, stealth, taking back territory, saving peasants, saving lords that will aid your cause. Because I never played Odyssey, but I've heard horror stories about the leveling system in Odyssey. There is a sort of leveling system, but you can completely ignore it and still finish the game because there is no level gating. So there is not like you don't go into a location that is like enemy is level 70 and you have no chance of taking it down. Here it's like, okay, you have sort of limited combat capabilities, but you can still be perfectly fine and take down anything in the game. So I think it's one of the best structured open worlds I've seen because every location you come across has some benefit for you. You can come across a shrine, so you will get increased capacity to use charms, which give you bonuses in combat, stealth, or outside combat. You can find charms that increase the ability to find stuff in the world. Or you can find towns where it's merchants, side quests, and people that will direct you into a direction of a different location, which will give you a bonus. So in the world, you can find stuff. There's stuff that gives you passive bonuses, like onsens. You can get into an onsen, a hot spring, and you can reflect on an event. So you will get extra development on your main character, while as well getting a passive bonus for maximum health, so your maximum health will increase. Or you can compose haiku, and you will get attack bonus. You can go into a Shinto shrine, and you will get a different bonus. You can do a quick time event and cut bamboo to increase your resolve, and increased resolve gives you more heals in the battle or more charges to use special attacks. And yeah, so combat works. Now that I touched on it, combat works in a similar way to the Arkham Batman games. Where it's like it's multi-directional combat, but at the same time, in combat when you're playing the Arkham games, you get sort of locked into a combat stance, and you have changed the movement set. Here it doesn't do that. You have still completely fine control of the character, and I think
there's no teleporting or anything on the like,
no. There is none of that. It's completely fluid, and the hit detection is fighting game level hit detection.
Completely brilliant.
When you swing your sword and you see it clash with something on with a sword of the enemy, and you pause it and go into the photo mode, the swords actually touch almost pixel perfect. It's the way it's done. It's to a maniacal degree. I'm playing it on normal now, and I think once you get to the grips with the combat, I think it's gonna be super rewarding playing it on the harder difficulties, where you dodge, parry, and make it essentially a dance with the enemies. And the enemies are smart, because they come in. It's swordsmen, shield bearers, spearmen, and brutes. There's 4 different categories. And they can also mix and match between the categories. So you can have big guys, brutes, that wield a spear. So you essentially have to work with 2 different categories of the enemy, and you have to get into your head. It's like, okay, so it's a brute, so it will have unblockable attacks, so I just have to dodge, but they will also do combo attacks, so I have to dodge more than once. Whereas when you go to against a basic spear guy, he will just attack once.
Who made this game? Who made this game?
It's Sucker Punch. It's a studio. They made Sucker Punch. They made the Sly Cooper games on PS2, and they started making Infamous 2, Infamous Second Son, and Dying Light on PS3 and PS4. So they kind of had dipped their toes into open world design before. I still have to play the Second Son. I have played Dying Light. Dying Light was great. I heard Second Son's not all that great, but I liked Infamous 1 and 2. But those open worlds were, I would say, a bit less focused.
Yeah.
I think when they did Ghosts of Tsushima, it's an open world that's been designed by someone who played a lot of open world games and was like, yeah, I can make it better. And they really did, because I have an aversion against open world games because I think a lot of them are made to waste your time.
Yeah.
Here, everything, like whenever you find a location or anything, it always is, there's always a reward that's appropriate for what that location was. So if it was a small bandit camp, okay, I get resources that I need to upgrade, but at the same time, if it was something big, I will get, I might get a weapon skin, a piece of different armor, and a big XP boost, so I can unlock new techniques.
That's
So I'm still in the early parts of the game. I just started yesterday because yesterday it came out, and what I noticed is there is a lot of side quests, but those side quests, they're not front loaded, and they will continue on as you go on with the main story.
Yeah.
So you can get only so far into the side quest before you have to continue on with the main story, and it keeps you from getting overloaded with the side stuff. If you know what I mean, it's like sometimes the game just throws so much side content on you that you just get lost. I think the worst it gets is with the Elder Scrolls games. Like Skyrim was just abhorrently designed in that regard, where it completely drowned out the main quest, where you could essentially spend like 50 hours just doing the side stuff because they didn't know how to direct you through the content. Here there's a decent through line, and it gets you to explore because the side stuff is great because each thing is played as its own small story, and you get essentially what I like is each side quest begins with a title card that's done in I think they call it the straw strokes of Japanese writing, and it starts essentially like a small movie. It's based around like old Kurosawa samurai movies, Yojimbo, The Seven Samurai, and it plays homage to that really well. And I think that's why I like it as well, because while that was one of my issues with The Last of Us and Last of Us 2. It tries so hard to be a movie, while this game, Ghosts of Hiroshima, it's paying homage to these things, but it's still a game that's really fun to play. And one of the main it's a small thing, but it shows you how deep they went. Do you know, like in open world games where you try to collect stuff, you have to just stop, pick it up, go through all the animations. Here you can here you see something on the ground while you're riding your horse. You can just pick it up while riding the horse. You don't even have to get off. It's a small thing, but it saves so much time, and it's so brilliantly convenient.
Everything I heard about the game is brilliant. Like all the reviews and everything, everyone is raving about how good the game is.
Yeah, I think it's a definitely high point for PS4 to go off on.
It's only exclusive for PS4 then.
Yeah, it's a strictly a PS4 exclusive. Yeah.
Wow.
It's
a shame that we cannot enjoy on other platforms.
I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn comes to PC this August.
Yeah, but
Death
I'm saying
Stranding
at this point,
released this week. At this point, it's PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like it's a. I'm not saying that it's a PS4 exclusive now. It
Yeah,
might
I
be
know.
like Horizon Zero Dawn took like what, 4 years to get on PC.
Yeah, but I look actually forward to Horizon Zero Dawn so much. You cannot believe that. Gonna play
Yeah,
it
I'm
like
not saying
there's no
anything.
tomorrow.
Like what I'm saying
Yeah,
is at this moment it's a PS4 exclusive.
yeah.
Like
But
at this point in time, like obviously it
yeah,
might come to PC. Like I wouldn't be surprised. And you know what? I'll probably buy it again on PC because I want to see that in at like 120 FPS, 4K,
Yeah.
because the game looks absolutely beautiful. And yeah, so as I said, I'm just like early on in the game. I think I'm like 4 hours in, and I did a good number. I did pretty much so far 4 main quests and a bunch of side quests. I like there is also a type of side quest called the Mythic Tales, which is like an island legend about some stuff. So it may be a legendary technique or a special armor, and the way it presents itself, it's really nice. It's not a in-engine cutscene, but it's a evolving sumi painting. So you get this like nice ink painting that moves along. Ink blots start forming stuff. So they went all out on the design of the thing, and also this like it's engaging in that it gives you again a small story for each single thing it introduces. You never get like it doesn't do that thing unless it's just a cosmetic. Like when it introduces something new, you always get a small story with it. It's never just like, okay, now this is a thing.
Is there any plans of having like extra content, like DLCs and stuff like that?
I'm not sure, but from what I've seen so far and reviews, the game is, I think, long enough. I'm not sure that I even want the side content because I think from what I've heard, it's about 25 to 30 hours to finish the story. And they just finish the story, and I think I've heard people going from anywhere to between 60 to 80 hours to do everything.
I mean,
And
I would love to see, like, obviously these games need to have more and more. Like, if it was up to me, I would build within this world, just keep evolving, keep adding things. If they already have like an open world game, I would love
yeah,
to see, more content of the same thing because it's good. They already have a good, like, everything I've heard about this game.
we'll see how like how I myself feel at the end, because sometimes I'm like midway through the game, I was like, I can't get enough. But at the same time, I finished the game like, yeah, I think that was just perfect. I don't want you to drag this on. I just want you to go on to making another thing that's gonna be just as good, because there's so much style. I don't like whenever you see someone playing it and you see the wind is actually your GPS. Like the wind will always flow in the direction of your objective or whatever you're looking for. And they even hint at it in the game, where your character Jin Sakai, he's the last of his clan, and he saw his father die as well. And one of the sequences is you go to the funeral of your father, and the servant for your clan tells you that now that even if your parents go on, there was your father will be the wind in your back, and your mother will be the birds in the trees, and both of those things come into play, where the wind is your GPS and the birds will take you to your to the nearest point of interest. It also feels like they're trying to put into that thing from the actual event as well, because that event when Japan got invaded by the Mongols, that's where the term kamikaze comes from. Kamikaze, the gods wind. There was a giant storm which swept the Mongol ships and essentially stopped the entire invasion, or a good chunk of it. So they're trying to play into that as well, where here essentially they make it feel that as if the entire island, the elements are with you against the Mongol campaign. So I think it's a great marriage of style, gameplay, where it just meshes together into a really slick whole. Even from my first impressions, I would say it's definitely worth picking up. And yeah, as Orko said, like if it gets to PC, probably pick it up again.
If it comes on PC, I'll definitely pick it up because everything I've heard about the game is absolutely brilliant. And the standoff, oof.
Oh, the standoffs,
When you,
yeah,
oh my god,
that's
the
a great
standoffs,
mechanic.
those are sexy. I have to say, if there is something about gaming that you think it's sexy, are the standoffs on this game.
I thought
Those
it
are
was you in Speedos.
That no,
Yeah.
what that's even sexier than me and Speedos, man. Like I'm telling you, the standoff, man, it is brilliant. You can kill like 4 or 5 people at the same time, and just
You can
the
kill.
movement and
You can,
everything, it's brilliant. It's
yeah.
perfectly done, in my opinion.
Yeah, in the standoff you first unlock lets you kill 2 people. So you kill the initial guy in the standoff, and then
Mhm.
the second person runs you. And yeah, you can kill 3 people in a standoff total, where you can kill the initial one once you've leveled up the skill. Like that's what I like about it. It just gives you, it makes you like, while the skills make you stronger in a way, they're not necessary. So yeah,
Mhm.
you can kill definitely 3 people in a standoff, but even if you kill just the initial guy, it's fine, because it will always put the strongest or the most dangerous enemy in that group as the initial guy. So, if there is like a 2 sword guys and a spear guy, the guy who gets to face you off as the first one is the spear guy, who's the most dangerous.
Mhm.
So it's really cool that the game plays into that as well. It's like, oh, because you play as a samurai and there is a code to things, so they will always fight the strongest guy. And when we were talking about like sexy stuff, Jin gets into the onsen butt naked.
You can't play that on Twitch. You'll get banned if you do.
You know what? Screw Twitch. Them fighting words.
It actually, the game is everything I've seen about the game is absolutely brilliant. And
Yeah, I would say
the
like,
standoffs, like I said, it's
yeah,
sexy. It is sexiness in motion, because when you kill the guy, it's just the movement, and then you
yeah,
stand up with the next guy, and you do the next movement, and then you stand up with the next guy, and you don't. It's like just that sequence
mhm.
beats 90% of the games this year.
Yeah. I mean, just look up the title reveal sequence. What it shows is like it's a night sky with a moon, and you ride through a field of white flowers. I'm
Mhm.
just like, this feels so much as like true samurai cinema.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it feels good. It feels good to watch. Like it's one of the games that is not only like playing it. It's just I was watching it. I'm like,
mm,
I freaking love watching this.
yeah,
It's good. It's like you said. It's exactly that's exactly the point. It's like a movie. It feels
yeah,
like you're watching a movie at the same time. I'd say it's the game. It's a very complete game. It's got everything.
yeah, yeah. This is like a complete package that you get. Plus, it's a straight up just a single player game. There is no multiplayer. Like
Mhm.
there's zilch, no multiplayer element at all. Even like an indirect one. Like there is no leaderboards for anything. Like it's straight up just like immerse yourself in this world, become whatever you want to be, a straight up samurai, or do you want to combine it with the ghost stuff?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a very freeform approach. I'm really glad that there is no towers to climb and just reveal the area. You actually have to go through the area, but you can also use. There is a. I just have the initial upgrade of it, but you get a traveler's garb,
Mhm.
and it gives you bonus to your vision. So you get, on the map, you will essentially reveal an increased amount of the map as you go along,
Mhm.
as opposed to if you've been wearing an armor. But it's gonna be it's not gonna be good in combat. There you want to have armor, but at the same time, if you want to be stealthy, you will have to find an essential like an compromise between the two. So you will wear something different. And fashion, oh, it's great. Like you can make your character look like really nice. You get to dye your armor differently, and as you upgrade every single piece of armor, it will become more ornamental. So say you have your basic armor, so you have just the kitties and some like a skirting, and then you get shoulder pads, extra metal bits. Or your traveler's garb will become more ornamental. You will add like hanging charms and stuff. Your cloak will be different.
It's perfect. Killing enemies with style.
Yeah, that's what
Looking
you want.
looking as badass as you can, and yeah, that's exactly what we all like. I like killing people, looking like a freaking model from Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just
Gotta wear the
waiting
most
for-
fabulous clothes to be the most badass samurai.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
be as fashionable as possible, super samurai, good-looking samurai, and killing all of you right now.
yeah,
I'm wearing
waiting.
Dolce & Gabbana, by the way.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Gucci pattern for my armor.
I honestly, just the game is, I'd say it is, in my opinion, just for everything I've seen so far, the game is now, we halfway through the year, game of the year. That's it. There's nothing else that can come out this year that I ever like. It's not gonna happen. Like nothing is gonna beat this game.
I mean, I'm still waiting for Cyberpunk 2077. I think that game's gonna be great.
But this game is so out of the blue.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is creating hype over the years and everything. This game has come out of the blue from nowhere, and it's like brilliant.
Yeah.
I think no one.
No one expected it to be this good.
Yeah, exactly.
Monster Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it came out.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere, and it was brilliant right off the bat.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing.
I think
exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
The same memory.
I think people also didn't expect this to be so good, especially because Sony had said, other releases for this year, like The Last of Us 2. When you think like when it came to Sony's marketing, The Last of Us 2 was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you just had like a side note. Oh, it's like also Ghosts of Tsushima are coming out as well.
To get really sidetracked really quickly, Last of Us 2 sold 5.3 million copies, and it is not enough for them to break even. The game sold really well in its first week and then dropped off a cliff in terms of sales.
Yeah.
They had like an 80% decline in sales. I know that a steep decline in sales is normal with video games after the first week, but not this steep.
No. It's like usually it's around like 40-ish%. Like I was not surprised that drop off was in Japan and Asian countries. Like I know, like I totally expected that. I didn't see it coming in the UK.
Yeah, it's even in Western countries. Because this game really had such bad word of mouth that a lot of people just no. Or many saw it on stream and said, no, I'm not gonna do this. I hope we actually get the contrary effect for Ghosts of Tsushima, or Ghosts of Sushi Bar, or Ghost of Tsunami, or whatever. So it can, if we call it Ghosts of Tsunami, so it can make a splash.
No, yeah. I think like the way I see it, like because Orco, I studied language, I studied history, I studied even like Japanese cinema.
You studied so many things. I believe you.
Yeah, it like when I look at this, like this is straight up like even like when you do duels, when you do boss duels, they always start with a standoff that's straight up out of Kurosawa. Even like the camera work. I think this game's gonna do really well in Japan, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna do really well in Asia as well. Like outside Japan, I think Korea is gonna be good as well because it like while there is some like enmity between Korea and Japan, this is just so damn good. I think it's gonna do well. Plus, this game is not shaming you for playing it, which is great as well.
I really hope they have like expansions. I know what you say. I really hope it has expansions and they keep building on it because
But
you know
you
if they have
don't.
such a great game, you just please keep giving
You
us
know,
more
you
reasons
know,
to come back and play it.
I think what I'd rather see is just do a different period with this game, with a similar style. I don't want this exactly same game, but I think Sucker Punch could definitely pull off something like the Warring States of the 15th century Japan, where you get the clans clashing over the title of the shogun.
Yeah, I mean, like keeping the base, which they already have, and
Yeah,
keep building on it, like different timelines or stuff like that during the periods. That
yeah,
will be, I don't know, that will be absolutely awesome. Like whatever they do, like please keep working on this
yeah,
game because you have an absolute brilliant game and it's worth playing. Everyone is raving about how good the game feels, how good everything is done in the game.
yeah,
It's almost just as it's flawless, almost flawless. And just if they can keep building on it and just keep releasing stuff, to
yeah,
just to give us the players a reason to keep playing this game,
yeah,
so we don't stop playing it. That's all I'm asking. I know you say it's kind of difficult to sometimes it can get a little bit boring and repetitive if you're doing the same thing over and over again. But the way I say it's like the more I get of this game, the better because I want more things, I want more more things to do, I want more story, I want
yeah.
more fashion show, I want to be dressed like every single different thing on the samurais related or different colors, whatever it
Yeah,
is. And
I would totally like love to get like a Kurosawa pack where you get to dress as all the characters from his samurai movies like Yojimbo,
mm,
Seven Samurai. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean that would
absolutely.
be
I
cool.
would love to see that. I would really love to see them building within that game. And I think it might be the reason because they may not have a path to do, like, I don't know. They may not have a roadmap to add into the game. They may
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
create the game and say that's about it.
Honestly,
Well,
like I don't even like there is no season pass on
yeah,
the PlayStation Store either.
I
So
I, I
I
believe it.
think if they had the idea of it, I think the season pass would be there already.
Yeah, yeah. And I completely think that they never thought it was going to be that good. I now think, in my opinion, that probably what's going to happen now is Sony investing in the game and say, okay, you have a brilliant game. It's got it's done so well right off the bat. Now, there you go. There is your budget. Create more.
Yeah.
Do more about that game.
Or
I can see them doing it.
yeah, yeah. Or what I'd like Sony to do more is be like, oh guys, you did well. Here's a big ass budget. Make another one like that or similar to that one, just as
That could
good.
happen as well. Yeah, that could happen as well.
I mean,
Um,
they essentially did that with Horizon Zero Dawn at this point,
Yeah,
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 because
because it
Horizon
was yeah.
was a
Go on.
massive hit for the PS4, and I think no one, that goes back to what we said
Yeah,
a few minutes earlier with Last of Us 2. I think nobody anticipated Horizon getting this big. And I
yeah,
think also no one anticipates Ghosts of Tsushima doing that well.
yeah,
And if it does really well, I hope Sony sees what actually sells copies of games. It's
yeah,
not a ham-fisted story with mediocre gameplay. It's actual gameplay and actual games from people who care about video games.
Yeah, I mean, we could
mean-
have like an entire conversation about games as art, right?
Yes.
Either they keep building on it or they start working on a different game, which they already have the basis. But I would love to see more of the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think
And
we
also
will.
maybe on a different time. Like let's say they go into like I don't know, like Ubisoft is doing now. They go into the Vikings era and
Yeah.
they create the whole thing with the Vikings and stuff. That would be so good because the gameplay is good. It's good to watch and it's good to play.
I
I've heard
personally
some-
think.
Yeah, I was just like, because I've been like watching some of the reactions and some of the impressions from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like a lot of them are coming out negative or like mixed.
Mhm.
I've heard some like couple of people that were like positive about it, but they still had a lot of hangups about the game. Because it's Ubisoft, a lot of people are afraid that they're gonna ruin it, just like they did with Odyssey with the microtransactions.
So
Mm.
what I wanted to say is
Yeah.
I actually want them. So if Sucker Punch, let's say they continue this franchise, and I think they will give it at least one sequel, given their track history. I'm with Bum Bum that they should explore maybe a different time period of Japan. Like we can go into the Tokugawa period, or we can shortly go before that. We can also go into the period where the samurais basically died out. So basically
Yeah.
getting a last samurai style movie without Tom Cruise,
Oh yeah.
hopefully.
You could do
On wait,
either, like-
let me finish. Actually want them to do is to stay in Japan, and here is why. Because people have been longing for an Assassin's Creed styled game or something close to that in Japan for a long time. For a very long time. And I think this might be why this game will be successful. Because they fill a niche in an overcrowded market people wanted to have.
Plus, it also, the good thing is it carries none of the baggage of the Assassin's Creed franchise. No, I was saying because I just want to say, because like when you said at the end of the samurai era, you could they could either swing it both ways. You could either be playing as one of the last samurai, hanging on to the title and the rights of the samurai, or you could be, or they could flip it, essentially have you play, because there is no, there really were no villains and and heroes for that. You could play
Mhm.
the samurai hunters, essentially people that would come out after the samurai that wouldn't relinquish the title or their holdings in order to for the country to progress. So yeah, like that I think that would be, I think they'd need to get maybe a bit more involved writers for that one, for the end of the samurai era, because I think it's, even I think as a topic it can be a bit touchy, especially in Japan, because how it was handled, and how different like even families look at it based on their history.
How about Vikings? Vikings on the next game. Vikings fighting and show Ubisoft how it's done.
Oh, yeah. Show how you make a better game. Yeah.
Feels, in my opinion, the not feels because I haven't played it, but it looks like it. Actually, in my opinion, the gameplay, the actual movement, and everything, it's just like if you took like Batman and made it 10 times better and more fluid, if
Yeah.
that's even possible.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
that's an idea for everyone. If someone is watching or listening, they don't really know about the game. It's a game that if you took like Batman Arkham City or
Yeah.
any of the Batman games and you improve that movement, the
Mhm.
fluidity of the movements and the fight and everything 10 times, there you go. That's the game right there.
Yeah. Honestly, like at one point I was like, in my head I went like, has either of you seen the Batman Ninja movie?
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah. I was like, this is like, I'm like essentially like a Japanese Batman, because
Yeah.
you get also all the essentially ghost gadgets. So you get like kunai, smoke bombs, explosive bombs, stuff like that. So yeah, like it gets that feeling as well, because as you go further, you unlock gadgets in a way. Like they're like actual tools, but yeah, essentially it's like a Batman gadget that you unlock as well.
We've been going on for almost 2 hours. I would say we postpone Death Stranding to next week. When I played more, I can say more about it anyways. But I want to have this discussion.
Yeah, I'll play some more just to refresh myself as well then.
Yeah. And we will be back next week. Maybe with a little bit of a surprise. I have to talk about it with Val and Bum Bum after the show. So, Lord Val, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Lord Val Twitch, and also on Instagram, Lord Val Gaming. And I stream on Twitch every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And yeah, that's about it.
Bum Bum, where can we find you?
Nowhere.
That is not true. You can find him in my chat sometimes where he's moderating. Where can you find...
Yeah, once a month.
where can you find me? I'm on twitch.tv/theorcosaurus. I'm on twitter.com/theorcosaurus, and I'm on Instagram Orcosaurus. Just Orcosaurus without the "the". Alright. I bid everyone a farewell. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being an amazing audience. You all are amazing. Stay amazing. And engage with us in the comments. Thumb the video up. Thumb it down if you didn't like it. Do whatever you like. You're still awesome. And bye-bye.
Bye.
See y'all.